Hello everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. More information keep coming up every day regarding late Mr. Ataga's death. And why is that so? This is because contradicting information are just being released. Every day we get to hear one new thing or the other. Right now, his cousin is out to give a detailed description of how his body was looking when they actually went there to see him. The cousin of Mr. Michael Ataga, who is Uweifo Ataga, the deceased boss of Super TV, has given a graphic detail of how the body of Ataga was found after he was killed. Late Ataga was found dead in a short-let apartment in Lagos, Nigeria, June, after he was said to have lodged there with a lady who is his lover, that's Chidima Ojukwu, 21 years old, a 300 level student of mass communication undergraduate of the University of Lagos, Nigeria, had said during her parade when she was paraded on Thursday, the same week she killed Mr. Michael Ataga. During that parade, the police said that Chidima stabbed the TV boss 3 times after he tried sleeping with her. She had claimed that they had dated for over 4 months after she met him in a wild party. She said she stabbed him and left him in the pool of his own blood, then going away with his ATM card, which she used in withdrawing money from his account. But in a fresh interview with crime reporters, Chidima Ojukwu said she did not kill the deceased and that she only walked into his murdered body after returning from where she had gone to purchase the hard drugs they took on that same day. Friends, there's a video which I had posted earlier regarding Chidima's latest confession again. And that is why the cousin is repeating the statement, saying that Chidima is now claiming she did not kill his cousin, that she just walked into the room and found him dead after she went to get the drugs. But guys, recalling the previous statements coming from Chidima, she said that it was a dispatcher that came and brought the drugs to them, which she and late Mr. Michael Ataga took that same Sunday night. But now she is saying she went to get the drugs herself. Are we seeing that more twisted information is coming out from Chidima? Obviously, something is not right with the whole of this incident that has happened. Now the cousin is trying to give a full description of how they saw him in that particular room. You know, when they had raised an alarm that he was found dead, they had to ensure that they take full picture. Usually when anybody die, they will take pictures. They want to see what injuries the person sustained and how the injuries happened, and even the angle at which the injury was inflicted on that person, which would lead to either the suspect or people that were involved in that particular act of murder. But with the twisted tone of Chidima's statement right now, is creating more investigation and more eye-opening on her. And in an interview with crime fighters, Barrister Frank Ufu, who is a cousin of the deceased, described that Chidima alone killed the deceased. In his words, this is what he said: "I have had the very regrettable privilege of seeing that dead body 5 times. My cousin's hands were tied so badly that the rope entered his skin. The rope is right there as an exhibit with the police. That binding could not have been done by that lady alone. Not possible. Even if he was drugged, it is not possible because I saw the lady and I saw my cousin and I said this is not possible. Apart from the fact that he was tied, there were multiple stabs on his body. So that story of 2 stabs and neck is not true. He was stabbed in other places. His leg. In fact, in Yaba mortuary, the attendants were so dramatic that they told us clearly the stabbing here, touching his stomach, was so bad it is a hole. The guy stuck his 2 fingers into my cousin's body in my presence. He was stabbed here, touching the right side of his neck, deliberately twice on his body, multiple stabs. These were the exact statement coming from his cousin. So we are seeing that even his body, the stab that Chidinma had claimed she had done, from what the cousin is describing, it was even more than what Chidinma had mentioned. After seeing the body, his cousin is still saying that this act was not carried by Chidinma alone. That the way his cousin was actually overpowered with the rope getting into his skin, the multiple stabs, that it can't be done by the lady he has seen, because looking at Chidinma, he felt that she may not have that strength to be able to overpower his cousin to that point of tying him so tight. His both hands were seen with rope lines deep into his skin. A lot is really fishy in this whole incident that has happened. And they need to also find out if there were other occupants in the other apartments. Because what if the accomplices were lodged in another apartment beside them, which is very, very possible. And as such, they won't be able to dictate if anybody came in afterwards or anybody left the room, because some of them may have lodged in the other room next to them or even in another hotel close to them. A lot is still yet to be unfolded from this whole incident. And why this story keeps going on is because the family is not ready to give up. They really want to get to the root of the matter, because other people, to them, they believe that there are more people that are involved, and they want to ensure they get hold of those people involved. And Chidinma mentioned documents, his account statements, everything were brought to the room. Where did they get it and how did it come in? Did Mr. Ataga go all around the places with his account statement and his personal documents? Is that possible? There is more to this whole story, and with the description his cousin has given, this definitely showed that it was something that was arranged by some group of people. It's either they used Chidinma to have access to the room, or they planned it alongside with Chidinma, or it's either she planned it and paid some people to do the job. So a whole lot, there are different assumptions that will come out of this, because she is bringing up different stories every day. And like I also said previously, a few days ago, she came out saying that Ataga and his wife were not in a good place. They were having marital issues. Then the question was asked, is that your business? Are you taking that as an excuse for you to have an affair with a married man? Whatever goes on between him and his wife shouldn't concern you. That was what they were actually saying, which is true, because if couples are having issues, any third party who is not a member of the family, who has not been involved in the matter, should not have business with their issues. And if you're trying to have an affair with a married man and holding on to the fact that he's having issues with his wife, so you want to make him happy, doesn't make you a better person than his wife. Neither does it make it right for you to have an affair with a married man. And this is what some ladies have used as an excuse. They will come up and say, yes, the man is having issues with his wife, he's not happy, and so she wants to make him happy. Who are you to make him happy? And it's not in your place to make another woman's husband happy. Alright, going back by what his cousin has said, they really need to find out people that were involved. Already recall that Chidinma had mentioned one person whom the police refer to as a Yahoo boy because they don't want to disclose his identity for now due to security reasons. And they said they've gone in search for the guy, although they've not mentioned anything if they've gotten hold of the guy or not, because it's disclosed that when they went to where the guy was living, it's obvious that the guy had already ran away. Knowing that Chidinma has been arrested, definitely they would mention his name. And you know there's a possibility that if other people were involved, knowing that Chidinma has been arrested, they may all go to hideouts and it may be difficult for them to actually locate them. Well, you can never tell. They have different ways of getting hold of people, irrespective of the fact that they want to run away. They eventually still get hold of them. But it's such a pity and it's painful that Mr. Ataga lost his life in a very painful way. So imagine the pains that this man must have gone through before he died. Someone whose hands were bound so tight that the rope even went into his skin, and someone who was stabbed multiple times. So just come to think of it, that this person was either wailing or screaming for help while he was going through his last moments. No one would even want anybody to go through something like this. It's not anything that you would wish anyone at all. Well, while the investigation's still on and Chidinma is still saying different things every time, who knows if they will still give her that trial now. But I guess they may eventually have to put it on hold until they've gotten enough evidence, or until they've gotten all those that were actually part of the killing. And as we know too, that the wife is not giving up on letting this go just like that. She is also out to ensure that they get those involved and get to the root of this matter. Friends, what do you all think regarding the information the cousin of late Michael Ataga has released right now, describing how his body was found and the multiple stabs and injuries inflicted on his cousin? Are you also in agreement that some people were also involved? And are you also in agreement that Chidinma either connived with other people, or it's either she paid other people to do the job? Friends, what do you all think regarding this? Please, you can put your comment down at the comment section. Men out there should be very careful and observant right now, because the simple truth is this: those side chicks outside are never after your own interests. They are after their own selfish interest, what they will gain from you. So no matter what happens to you, they don't care. You can see how Chidinma left him in the pool of his own blood. Did she care? If only she cared, she would have called on the paramedics, or she would have called for help. And if she was innocent, it would have still come out in the open at long run, because there is nothing hidden under the sun. But instead, what she was after was to pack all his documents, his ATM cards, his iPhone, and everything that belonged to him that she would gain from. That was the only thing that concerned her at that time, and she left with it. Never even decided to call anybody at all, even after she left. Even to claim anonymous, just to call someone into that particular room, she never did that. And it's a way for people to see that stick to your wives alone. Side chicks are of no help. All they do is end up destroying your life. It's either you're dead, or a lot of things you have acquired, you would have to surrender it to them. Some end up threatening you. If they decide to leave you alive, You would live the rest of your lives under threat because you would be giving out things to this particular side chick even when you don't want to, because she is out to threaten your life or your family. And so for you to avoid that, you have to go by her demands and her requests. So is that the kind of life you want to live? Some of them end up dead. Some are alive but they don't have peace. So why get yourself involved with another lady? Side chicks are of no help. Instead, they end up making matters worse for the man and his family. You find out that you even spend more on those side chicks that you would spend for your wife. So why put yourself through this kind of stress? And looking at this whole thing, no matter what, yes, Mr. Ataga was with another lady, but he didn't deserve to die like this. This was so gruesome. To murder somebody like this, inflict multiple stabs on one human being. That was really, really bad. I hope that others out there would learn from this. I think this is a lesson for especially men that are out there and still having extramarital affair. Think before you get yourself involved and ask yourself questions. What if? When the what if come into your mind, maybe that would pull you back and you would decide to go back to your wives. No matter what it is, I would always say this: if you have issues with your wife that is making you go out there, try to resolve the issues. If you can't resolve it between yourselves alone, involve a third party. Third parties should be people who are there to listen and to help you out, like a therapist, seek counseling, or you meet your church leaders, or you meet your various religious leaders, so that you can mend your home. It's better to mend your marriage than to carry problems for yourself, because side chicks are just problems. They will only make life miserable for you, and you even end up breaking your own home. Friends, what do you all think regarding this? Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please not forget to hit on the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.